Hello students and good afternoon everyone.
Good afternoon,
Good
sir.
afternoon, sir. Teacher.
So students, today we are going to learn about new topic about food additives and food preservation. Did you all know about any information about food additives and preservation? Or does anyone want to share some ideas about this topic beforehand?
A few moments later.
Well, it doesn't matter. So let us start discussing this topic together. I would like to start with food additives. So in general, food additives is a chemical that is added into food to make it fresh, to make it more colorful like cake, and to provide texture into the food, and also to add more flavor into the food. So what is the type of food additives? The type of food additives are the food coloring, stabilizer, thickener, an antioxidant, and a flavor enhancer. Whereas, for food preservation, it is actually a part of food additives. It is also a process of prevention of decay or spoilage of the food. Thus, this allows the food to be stored for a longer time of period to be used for our future use. So, we have covered the general information of food additives and food preservative. So, let's dive slightly into it. Can anyone give me an example or an idea regarding what is food additives?
Sir, I know. One of the example of food additive is artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners are widely used in processed foods, including soft drinks, candy, and other beverages. This is to make them taste sweet and better.
Wow, that's a good example, ADIBAH. So, artificial sweeteners, it is actually classified as food flavoring. So, what does this do? It is actually to improve the taste of the food and also to restore the taste loss of the food. So, well done again, ADIBAH. And anyone else?
Teacher, me. The other example of food additive are the stabilizers such as gelatin and pectin. They are substances that can increase stability and also thickness by helping food remain in an emulsion and retain physical characteristics. For the information, ingredients that normally do not mix, such as oil and water, need stabilizer.
Yes, I do agree with Rahman's point, as low-fat foods are usually processed such as yogurts, which dependent on stabilizers. In my opinion, other food additives such as thickeners that are just mentioned by you, sir, are used to increase the viscosity of a liquid without substantially changing its other properties.
Well done, Rahman and RAFIE. Both of your answer and explanation are correct. Stabilizer are substance which helps to prevent an emulsion from separating out. So, stabilizers are actually used in food which contain oil and water. Example of these foods are margarine, butter, ice cream, and salad cream such as mayonnaise. So, example of stabilizer are gelatin that produce yogurt, pectin which produce jam, and also diglyceride of fatty acid. Next is thickeners. Thickeners are used to thicken food. For instance, acacia gum can act as a thickener as well as a stabilizer.
Sir, how about food coloring? Is that food coloring or food dyeing can be classified as an example for food additive? Because food dye is used to add and to restore the color of food in order to enhance the visual appeal and to match the customer expectation.
Sure, Kahui. Food dyes can be classified into natural and artificial dyes. Artificial dyes are usually used because they are more uniform, less expensive, and have brighter colors than natural dyes.
Sir, how about food preservation? Can sir give us a few examples?
Well, no problem, ADIBAH. But before that, let me ask you a question. What is food preservation?
Oops.
Ha! Caught you. Didn't pay attention in my class.
No lah sir, kidding only. Food preservation is a part of food additive. It is a method by which food is kept from spoilage after harvest or slaughter.
Phew, what a relief. So I'll continue from now on. So food preservation also includes adding salt, sugar, vinegar, and so on as a substance known as preservation to slow down or to prevent growth of microorganisms on the food so that the food can be kept for a longer time of period. So there's actually two different methods for food preservation, which is drying and freezing. Okay, first of all, drying. Drying is the oldest method of food preservation. This method is to reduce water activity which prevent bacterial growth. So next is freezing. Freezing is the method of keeping prepared foodstuff in cold storages. And also,
Sir, I know. May I proceed?
oh sure, you may.
Smoking can also be classified as a method of food preservation. Smoking is the process that cooks, flavor, and preserve foods, exposing it to the smoke from burning woods. Smoke is antimicrobial and antioxidant, and most often meats and fish are smoked.
Good. Anyone want to add onto it?
Me, sir. Food preservation can also include vacuum packing, canning, salting, and pickling. Vacuum packing creates a vacuum by making bags and bottles airtight. Since there is no oxygen in the created vacuum, bacterial growth will be inhibited and it will die. Moreover, salting, also known as curing, and removes moisture from foods like meat. Pickling means preserving food in brine, which known as salt solution, or marinating in vinegar. This kind of methods can help to kill and inhibit the growth of microorganisms.
Wow, good explanation, Rafie. Now let us discuss the importance and benefits of food additives and preservation. So, for the food additives, they can directly improve and promote the development of food industries due to the coloring and flavoring, as they make the food taste better and attract more customers to buy their products. In addition, food additives can make food last longer and reduce foodborne disease. I would like to choose two students. So, ADIBAH and Kahui, would you like to try to share regarding the benefits of food preservation to your friends?
No problem, sir. Food preservation can help to prevent food spoilage until it can be consumed. Food spoilage is the process of food becoming unsafe or unacceptable for human consumption. Spoilage is normally caused by the growth of microorganisms in food. When our food is contaminated with microorganisms, it will produce toxic substances and result in food poisoning that is harmful to our health and can even be fatal.
Food preservation helps us to save money because it reduces food loss. It's important for us to show how we can reduce our food waste in household. Like, we don't have to throw the food away because food preservation helps the food to stay longer. And this is where food preservation has an important role in facilitating the food waste reducing action because it improves the utilization of food.
Thank you, ADIBAH and Kahui, for your nice explanation. However, even though food additives and preservation plays an important role in our daily life, but they will still bring us a few disadvantages. For example, health complications might occur. This is because some food additives consist of harmful components to human life, such as BHA, or in other words, butylated hydrocyanosyl preservative, which will cause nausea, diarrhea, and even shortness of breath for people. Food preservative consists of too much salt and can result in heart attack, especially in adults.
Not only that, food additive and preservation will also destroy the vitamin in food, although they are being used to enhance the color and increase the nutrient value of food, but they will still destroy the vitamin in food because additive will replace real ingredients and make bad quality food look appetizing.
Yes, indeed, you are right. Food products and drinks can be added to a lot of additives to retain their appearance. This is to make them more appealing. These colors may make you think you're taking a healthy product. However, these colors are dyes used in food which can cause toxic effect on children. For example, Fanta, Skittles, and M&Ms. And I'm pretty sure I know all of you like to drink this kind of food, right?
Ups, bingo.
My parents often remind me to not eat too much smoked product as it may contain carcinogens. The smoking process contaminates food with polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon when the food is smoked. Some experts believe that when smoked foods are consumed, they increase gastrointestinal cancer risk.
Yeah, I agree with that. Apart from that, some food additives and preservatives may be contain sugar which have higher calories, like high fructose, and such as corn syrup additive that is used in processed food, which will increase the chance of being obsessed and diabetic.
Yep, indeed, you are actually correct. But remember, everything in the world will have its pros and cons. Even though food additives and preservation will bring us a few disadvantages. But there is no doubt that food additives and preservation are still essential for us, as it can make the food taste better, more appealing, and to allow the food to be stored even longer.
Means that, depending on the quantity consumed, it's important to look at our overall dietary quality. If we have a diet high in processed that use a lot of additive and preservative, then we may be missing out on fresh fruit and vegetables or fresh whole grains that are full of important vitamins and minerals.
For example, if we use jar of stir-in pasta sauce with a pot full of fresh vegetables and whole grain pasta, then the small amount of additive or preservative in the sauce jar will not be an issue.
Well done, guys. I hope this new topic regarding the food additives and preservation will benefit all of you. By the way, before we end our class today, I would like to leave you with a pop quiz. So do pass it up before recess and don't forget to finish it, alright? So see you in our next class.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.